Don't ignore the signs. I know you done fell in love. I know I done got you hook, line, and sinker. You know what I'm saying? I know I got your nose just, you dig? I got you. And I know I got you. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to play on it. Oh, she's cool. You know, she seems to be, you know, a cool person. You know, she may not be perfect. She may have some flaws, but for the most part, she seemed to be cool. So, you know, you think, okay, well, let me go ahead and spend all the time and start, you know, vesting, you know, this person, the character and everything, trying to get to know them and more about them, right? This is a part of the natural process when you think you found somebody that's cool. And then after investigating, then you find out a little more. And then you find out a little more. You know, it don't all come out at once, right? It just kind of trickles out a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. So that, therefore, the red flags aren't like, bop, red flag, right? It's more kind of like, pink handkerchiefs. You know, so it's kind of like you kind of, you know, but it's not enough to be like, oh, heck no, right? But yet, you clearly see it's a pink handkerchief. Don't ignore the signs. See, in the beginning, they be all interested, right? And just seem to be all into you, want to know all about you. And then it turns into sob story, sad story, you know, and all of a sudden you find yourself getting sucked in. Man, that's the okie doke, bro. But it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? It happens more than you think. And it happens to those people that you never thought it would happen to. I'm a ghost ride the whip. You know, I'm going to hit him real hard with a jerk one. And then I'm going to bring him back and real ease up and just try to trinkle here and there. And then I'm going to hit him real hard, whoop, with another one. And then I'm going to ease back off of it, you know what I'm saying? And the cold part about it is, you thinking you minding your business. You know what I'm saying? You think you just going through life, whatever, doing your thing. You really thinking you minding your business. But the cold part about it is, you're a target. Yeah, there's a target on your back. You dig? There's a bullseye on your back. That wasn't by happenstance. That wasn't by chance. That wasn't just by luck or by... No, that was planned. It was strategized. There was a big old meeting all about you and me. And there was this plan put in place. There was strategy put in place. There was resources that were set aside specifically to trap you and to trap me. You dig? You better believe that. Flattery is nice and fluff is cool in its proper place. You know what I'm saying? It's nice when someone gives you compliments and adorns you and showers you with praise and adoration and love. But you know what? Don't be someone's ends to a means. You did? Or don't be someone's means to an end. You right? Oh, it's cool until it ain't. But what happens? Like, most of the time, what happens? We ignore it. We make excuses for it. You know, we start saying, oh, well, you know what, look. And then we start self-reflecting. Well, I ain't perfect. I done made mistakes. You know, I'm not this, I'm not that. And I don't like when people judge me or look at me in a certain kind of way. So what do? We push it back. We push it down. You know, we act like we didn't really see what we clearly know that we saw. You did? And then we get caught up. You feel me? And then later on, we want to go back and say, oh, man, how did I fall for that? How did I get caught up in that trap? Hey, because when you saw the pink handkerchief, you didn't dig deeper. You didn't really want to know the truth, right? And so, you know how mama used to say, hey, don't ask the question if you really don't want to know the truth. So A lot of times we just won't ask the questions. We'll see what's going on. You know, the spirit will be showing us what's popping, but because we don't want to ask the questions, because we really don't want to know the answers of what we already kind of know inside of what we're feeling. So we just ignore it. We keep going. And a lot of times we keep going unto our destruction. You dig? I call it that Delilah spirit. You feel me? Because, dude, she ain't into you because she like you. She ain't into you because she think you attractive and fine and got it going on and all of that. No, bro. She's into this whole thing because it's about money. She's into this whole thing because it's about, if you don't do this, we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely ain't about you. Don't ignore the signs. How many times that she gotta trick you? How many times that she gotta manipulate you? How many times that she gotta, lie to you dead in your face for you to wake up and smell the coffee? For real. How many times that she gotta give you a sob, sad, victimized story about a grandparent or a sibling or their child? Or how many times does he have to, give you some kind of horrible, tragic situation with his family or his children or his partners, or, you know what I'm saying, to be falling for the same old okie doke, right? I call it that Delilah spirit. Yeah, I'm gonna let you think that it's about you. I want you to think that I'm into you, but it really ain't got nothing to do with you. It's really more about me trying to get paid, or I have to do this because I've been threatened. I've been told I don't have a choice in it. But it ain't about you. That Delilah spirit. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these women out here have that Delilah spirit. You dig? They want to know about you. They want your information. They want to know where you live. They want to know, what you drive, your bank accounts, your credit. They trying to get access. They trying to get you in compromising positions so that they can, play on your heartstrings, or maybe even try to, blackmail you some kind of way, get you caught up in these scams. That Delilah spirit. They're the last one that you would think would do something to you, especially if you've been cool, you've been on up and up, right? You try to help out, you try to be there, but yet the whole time it was never about you. It's always about what they could get from you or out of you or because of you. Maybe it's who you know, or maybe it's who you're around, or maybe it's your job title or status, or, but it's that Delilah spirit. It's not about you. It's about what I can get from you, because I want to get everything I can from you. And then once I've gotten all I can, then I'm going to sell you out. I'm going to snuff you out. I'm going to snip you out. You dig? That Delilah spirit. Trying to find a way to your heart. But what they really trying to find is a way to your weak spot. Remember Shaolin invincible armor technique, right? For all y'all heads that are my age and older, if y'all was in the Kung Fu movies and Shaolin, back in the day, everybody knew about the invincible armor technique. You dig? It was a technique that you had to learn from a child, right? You had to be trained your whole life, and you had to learn as a child. And when you mastered this technique, what it would do is it would make your body, all the cells in your body and your skin, like armor, right? Nothing could pierce you. Nothing could cut you, stab you, wound you, No arrow, no dart, no sword, no spear. Your body was like armor, right? Your eyes, your mouth, your nose, your ears, your head, everything on you. Your groin, your behind, your feet, your hands, your underarms, your stomach, your rib. Your whole body was completely armored except for one spot, right? You only had one spot of weakness, and you could choose where that one spot of weakness was, right? And the thing is, you couldn't change it, so it was very important that you never, okay, let me say that one more time for the people in the back that don't hear good. It was important that you never reveal that one weak spot. Because as long as you never reveal that one weak spot, you can never be beaten. It didn't matter what happened. It didn't matter who did what. Didn't matter about any kind of attack, whether it was planned or blindsided or, you just fell upon or was, somebody sneak attack. Doesn't matter. It was daytime or night. You could not be defeated as long as you never revealed the one weakness. Right? And so this is what happens a lot of times when we get involved with people that have the Delilah spirit. they don't love us. They're not really interested in us. You dig? Because we're invincible. We have that invincible armor. But see, they also know that there's one weak spot that'll break that whole thing down. There's one area that'll crumble and topple the whole system, the whole empire, the whole conglomerate. You dig? There's one weak spot. And that's what they want to find. That's what they're trying to find. That one weak spot in the invincible armor, right? That's why you could never reveal it. Because if you reveal it, you can be beaten. If you reveal it, it can be emailed. If you reveal it, it can be put on social media. You know what I'm saying? If you reveal it. But if you never reveal the weakness, then you can't be beaten. This is why you got to be careful of the Delilah spirit. Because the interest is not in you. The interest is not in what you got. The interest is not, in how to better you and me. The interest is finding our weak spot so I can manipulate you. I can control you. I can blackmail you. You know what I'm saying? I can make you dance to my tune because now I know the one thing that can shut everything down. And even if I never use it, I know it. And because you revealed it, now I have the power and control. No, this is why you never reveal your one weak spot. Okay? The only person that should know that one weak spot is you and your creator. You dig? Y'all heard the song, Never Trust a Big Butt and a Smile. Why? Because she's poison. You dig? It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't ignore the signs. When your boys just say, yo, man, there's something about her, man, I don't know. I just can't put my finger on it, dog. Just don't ignore the signs. When she say little things like, oh, you're so crazy. You can trust me with that information. I would never do nothing to hurt you. Don't ignore the signs. You know what I'm saying? When you get that little in your gut, and it's like, wait, what? Hold on. Say something. Don't just chalk it up as, okay, I'm tripping, or maybe I didn't hear what I thought I heard. No, you know what you heard. but you're ignoring the signs. You dig? Don't ignore the signs, because all the time, you may think they're for you, but they're not for you. You know what I'm saying? You may think that, oh, they cool. I can trust them with this. I can trust them with that. And they accept me. They don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? They don't always be on me about, how I look or what I wear or what I drive or the circles I hang around or, where I spend my time. They don't do any of those things, right? They accept me, or so it appears. But yet you're the only one that believes that. Everyone else around sees what's really going down. They see what's happening. But you're the only one that's in the matrix. We got to wake up and smell the coffee. If they're not going to be a benefit, then you have to look at the situation for what it is. Because if they're not going to be a benefit, then that means they're going to be a hindrance. If they're not adding to your life, then that means they're taking away from your life. And these are just real truths that we have to ask ourselves when it comes to someone that we say that we're involved with or wanting to vet, so we can see, if this is someone that we want to heavily invest with. But when we don't do that, because we fall for the okie doke, why? Because we're the only one believing that it's an all good type of deal, when everyone else around can see what's really going on. You're the only one that don't really know what's going on, right? Everybody know that's a trap house. You know what I'm saying? The people inside know it's a trap house. You the only one don't know it's a trap house. But you walking up in there and everybody looking at you walking, they going, he don't even know. And you getting up there, you know what I'm saying? You just chilling, relaxing, thinking everybody's just in a chill mood. Everybody seems to be so cool and everybody's so relaxed and chill and it seems, the vibe seems to be cool. But you the only one ain't knowing. Because see, when you came in there, you were straight. You was cool. You was strong. You was solid. You was steady. But now all of a sudden, things are being torn down. You're being torn down. You're being ripped down. You're being questioned, and you're being emasculated. That's not the way to go. You dig? And that's what the Delilah spirit wants to do. The person that you come in contact with that has that Delilah spirit, they want to demasculate you. They want to tear you down. They want to tear the foundation up. They want to kick one leg out so you're shaky, so you'll eventually fall, to be there when you fall. Although they're telling you the whole time, oh, you're okay. Oh, you're good. Oh, don't worry. I got your back. I'm going to be there. I'm going to support you. And the whole time, they're the one that's digging the foundation up from up under the house, so it won't be solid. The whole time, they're the one that's leading you by the hand down this alleyway, talking about, they believe it's a shortcut. The whole time, they're the one that's saying, oh, come on, you can trust me, you can tell me. The Delilah spirit. Listen, the way you find her is the way you're going to
take the next right onto N Street.
The way you find her is the way you're going to have to keep her. So if you find her chasing after her, that's how you're going to have to keep her, by chasing after her.
Continue on N Street for 3/4 of a mile.
Throwing money at her, right? Then that's how you're going to have to keep her, by throwing money at her. Just let that be a mental note. The way that you find her is the way that you're going to have to keep her. You dig? If you find someone in the club, and I don't have anything against anybody in the club, think they're wonderful, beautiful people. But if that's where you choose to find your mate, right? Your spouse, your wife, in the club, throwing money in the club, then that's how you're going to have to keep her, because you're not going to be able to love her and be loyal to her and good to her and you know, do all these things that a husband would do for their wife and keep her with those things. But how you met her, how you got her, is how you're going to have to keep her. Did you, when you met her, did you get her by being loving and supportive and understanding and sweet and kind and all that? Or did you get her attention with them dollar bills? You see? So let that be a note. How you find her is how you're going to have to keep her. So if you find her where you're in a
In 800 feet, your destination will be on the left.
Right? If there's a services of an exchange, when I find you, then that's how I'm going to have to keep you, continuing the service of exchange. Other folks may say, well, when you meet someone, there's always an exchange. Yes, but is that exchange motivated by vetting and investing in something that you see as potential? Or is that exchange based upon money and goods and services and products, right? So if I'm trying to get to know you and we going out, right, and I'd like to take you out on a lunch date or a dinner date because I want to take you somewhere that's in a public setting, that's safe, that you feel comfortable, that I feel comfortable, you know what I'm saying, to where I can get to know you, right? We can converse. We can share ideas. We can share experiences and stories and things like this. But, you know, if it's a problem with me taking you somewhere and sharing with you, then how are we to get to know one another? Now, that scenario is totally different than me going to an establishment where I'm going for a service, right? I'm going to the establishment to get a service, and I'm going to pay for a service. I know that before even going into the door, but yet I still make the decision to go. Well, then I've established the basis of that relationship. That relationship is going to be based upon services rendered, right? A paid service. The relationship is not going to be based upon wanting information and being able to process information and being able to gauge the person that I'm getting this information from. That's a whole different relationship than a paid service relationship. If you don't believe it's real, I can call my man Samson to the carpet. You dig? Let's find out what he had to say. So, in the book of Judges, 16th chapter, right? It talks about how my man got caught up, right? He already went in with an exchange, a goods and services exchange mentality. You dig? That was the first mistake, right? You went in and you fell in love with a goods and exchange mentality. So while you falling in love, right, with this goods and exchange, the person that you fall in love with is also falling in love with the goods and exchange. You dig? Except you're getting the goods, right? Or you're getting the services and she's getting the goods, right? You're getting the service that's being provided and she's getting the goods that's being exchanged. So you both is falling in love, but you're falling in love just not on the same page. You dig? And this is what happened to my man Samson. Go check it out. Read it for yourself. He went down and he fell in love with a working woman, if you will. You dig? And if that wasn't bad enough, because see, she don't love you, bruh. She love your goods. She love your money. She loves your security. She loves, your accounts. She loves your status. She loves that you love God. She loves that you're a good dude and you have a kind heart. She loves that you have compassion. She loves that you have conviction. Oh yeah. She loves certain things. She loves the goods. She don't love you. But you have fallen in love with the services that are connected to her. And so now you've opened yourself up to be taken advantage of, to be taken used. And then we'll try, men will try to say, I can handle it. Or, men will try to say, it's not really what it looked like, right? They wouldn't do that, or she wouldn't do that, or he wouldn't do that, right? But it really is that. That's what it is. One has fallen in love with the service, and another has fallen in love with the goods, right? And so what happens is they play on you, they play on you, they play on you, they play on you. They take as much as they can take. They get as much as they can get, right? They're trying to make you feel comfortable. And in the midst of making you feel comfortable is when they take a little more, right? And then when you no longer feel comfortable, then it's the guilt trip, it's the head games, it's the victimized mentality, it's all these other things that come into play, right? When things seem to be drying up and things seem to be not happening the way it was before. When it seems like the gig is up and they're being found out, then all of a sudden it changes to something else. Because it's all about the goods. What goods can I get from you? Oh yeah, I like goods. I like that, like I said, I like that you're a good person. I like that you pay your bills on time. I like that you're a good citizen. I like that you have a good reputation. Give me all the goods. I want all the goods. I know you done fell in love. I know I done got you hook, line, and sinker. You know what I'm saying? I know I got your nose just, you dig? I got you. And I know I got you. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to play on it. I might play it real fast and burn it out, right? And then move on to the next. Or I might just milk it. Be real cool with it. Real incognito with it. Just smooth and just a little drip drop, and drip drop it to death. You dig? Until I done drip dropped it dry. And then I can do something else. And then I can move on to something else. Or, what I'm gonna do is I'm a ghost ride the whip with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ghost ride the whip. I'm gonna hit him real hard with a jerk one. And then I'm gonna bring him back and real ease up and just try to trinkle here and there. And then I'm gonna hit him real hard, whoop, with another one. And then I'm gonna ease back off of it, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna switch the game up, and then I'm gonna take it to a whole nother level and go over here, right? And then hit it with the ghost ride the whip again. Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because why? You done fell in love with the service. You done fell in love with how it feels. You done fell in love with the words. You done fell in love with the sweet nothings. You done fell in love with thinking that you the man and that it's just you and you the only one. You done fell in love with, I need you. I can't do this without you. You done fell in love with, don't you trust me? You know what I'm saying? I've given you everything. Don't you trust me? You didn't fell in love with that. And you didn't fell in love with the service. And now you can't see the forest from the trees. You see all these pink flags, but in your mind, because they ain't came across as red, you just think it's pink flags. Go and read the scripture. Check it out. Check how my man fell for Delilah, how she played him, you know, how she was showing all the signs and he just wasn't picking it up. He couldn't see it. You dig? And even when it became blatantly obvious, then all of a sudden it became like a game. See, his ego came into play now. See, now it's then went beyond the red flags. Now ego has gotten involved. Now, you know, I'm going to show you that, you know, these little games you playing, they don't mean nothing to me. I'm going to show you that you can't beat me. I'm going to show you that, you know, I'm better than you. You know, I'm stronger than you. I'm going to show you that I can outthink you. You know what I'm saying? I can strategize better than you. Listen, man, the devil been watching you for a long time. You can't out-strategize the devil. You can't outthink the devil. You dig? That's why Christ came and shed his blood, because that's the only thing that can defeat him. You dig? So in case you find yourself in that type of situation, right, where you're dealing with a Delilah spirit, listen, it would behoove you to go and read what I just gave you, right? Go read the book of Judges, 16th chapter, and read about what my man Samson went through. It is shockingly crazy in 2023 how it is actually that accurate. You'll see what I'm talking about when you go read it, what my man went through, and how he got played, and how he saw all the red flags, but he ignored it. Oh yeah, you're gonna see it. It's crazy, yo. But I just want to come on real quick, bless y'all with that, right? Please be uplifted today. Love on somebody today. Share
Take the next right onto J Street.
Experience of love that you have went through, because someone else needs to know that they too can have that experience of love. Someone else needs to know that it's just not exclusive, but it's an all-inclusive package. You dig? This is your man, LeVon.
In a quarter mile, continue straight to stay on J